I'm going to go over some of the worksheet problems, the odd ones, so you can check your work and see how you're doing with them. Start with number 1. We got root 3 times root 15, and so this is, I'm going to make it one expression here, root 3 times 15, and 15 is 3 times 5, so I got 2 3's. Answer is 3 root 5. Number 3, this is 3 times 4 times the square root of 5 times 8. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. Got a pair of 2's I'm going to pull out, so this is 3 times 4 times 2, square root of 5 times 2. So 3 times 4 times 2 is 24, square root 10. Number 5, it asks for problems 1 through 4, classify the answers as rational or irrational. Well, if you simplify and you're stuck with the square root, it's going to be irrational, so that happened in 1 and 3. Number 7, we're to put each expression into simplest radical form, assume all variables are positive. So here we have the square root of 70, which is 7 times 10, so that's 7 times 5 times 2, that's your 70. We've got the 20, which is 2 times 10, or 2 times 2 times 5. So my 70 and my 20. I got j squared, and I got k to the third power, but I'll do k squared times k. I'm looking for pairs. I got a pair of 5's here, and a pair of 2's. So I am going to have 2 times 5, take the square root of those. I got j and a k. Those leave the square root, and what's left behind is the 7 times 2 times k. So we end up with an answer 10jk square root 14k. Number 9, we have 5m times 2, that's 10 times m, square root of 48 times 27. I'm going to do a little scratch work over here on the side. 48 is 4 times 12. 12 is 4 times 2. Sorry, 4 times 3. I got 2 4's. So I'm going to write 4 times 4 times 3 for the 48. 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. I got an m squared and an n to the 6. So we're going to be able to take the square root of everything here. So I already have 10m on the outside times 4 times 3 times 3 times m times n to the third. I wrote an m, sorry. N to the third. And multiplying this together, we end up with 360. Is that right? Yeah, 360. M to the second, n to the third. Number 11, we're working cube root now. So we're looking for sets of 3. And so this is going to be the cube root of 100. 100 is 2 times 5 times 2 times 5. And then we got the 54, which is 9 times 6, or 3 times 3 times 3 times 2. So we end up with 3 2's, 3 3's, and 2 5's. x squared in each, so that's x to the fourth. I'm going to break it up as 3 x's and 1 x. And y to the third and y to the fifth is y to the eighth. I'm going to break that up as y to the sixth and y squared. So we're simplifying this. We get 2 times 3 times x times y squared, because we're dividing the 6 by the root 3. And we're left with the cube root of 5 times 5 times x times y squared. So this is 6xy squared cube root 25xy squared. Number 13, we have 1 root 5 plus 6 root 5, which is 7 root 5. Remember, you can only add or subtract radicals if the root is the same. So in 15, we can't add root 12 and root 48. But we can simplify these. 12 is 4 times 3. 48 is 4 times 12, which is another 4 times 3. So we end up with root 4 times root 3, that's my root 12, plus root 4 times 4 times root 3. So that's 2 root 3 plus 4 root 3, which is 6 root 3. Number 17, 11 fourth root 64 plus fourth root 64. That's going to be 12 fourth root of 64. And 64 is 8 times 8. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. So you end up with 2 to the 6th power. So 12 times the fourth root of 6 2's. You could take the fourth root of the product of 4 of them and get 12 times 2 times the fourth root of 2 times 2, so that's 24 fourth root of 4. Number 19, we have, so in the first expression, we can take the square root of 9, and we could take the square root of x squared. So we have x times the square root of 9x squared, and we're left with the square root x, minus 2 times the square root, I'm going to split it up, x to the fourth, and square root x. So this gives us 3 times x, so x squared root x, minus 2 root x, or 2x squared root x. 3x squared minus 2x squared, well, you go 3 minus 2, which is 1, and leave it x squared, so 1x squared root x is our answer. 21, we've got x cube root of 40x to the fourth. For that, we can break down the 40, 4 times 10, 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. We've got 3 2's. 135, we got 5 times 27. 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. And so for the first one, we have an x on the outside, cube root, I'm going to put 2 cubed here, and x to the third, and we're not going to be able to get rid of the cube root of 5x, minus cube root of 3 cubed x to the 6th, not going to be able to get rid of a cube root of 5x. So we get x times 2 times x cube root of 5x minus 3 times x squared cube root of 5x. That's 2x squared cube root of 5x minus 3x squared cube root of 5x. 2x squared minus 3x squared is negative x squared cube root 5x for your final answer. Skipping now ahead to worksheet 1.4, taking a look at the odd problems. We're rationalizing the denominator, so on the first one I'm going to multiply top and bottom by root 3 and get root 3 over 3. Third one, I'm going to divide and get root 2. Number 5, I'm going to split it up, root 3 over root 4, and that's root 3 over 2. Number 7, 7, I will split up root 25 over root 6 and multiply the top and bottom by root 6. And we're going to end up with 5 root 6 over 6. The 5 comes from the square root of 25, and root 6 times root 6, and the denominator becomes square root of 36, which is 6. Number 9, I'm going to multiply by cube root of 2 times 2. So we end up with the cube root of 4 over 2. Remember, you can't divide the cube root of 4 by 2 because they're not like terms. Number 10, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by cube root of 5 times 5. Oops. Forgot, leaving 10 for your homework. 11, 49 is 7 times 7. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by cube root of 7. And the answer is cube root of 7 over 7. 13, 4 is 2 times 2. So I'm going to multiply by the 4th root. I need 2 more 2's, so 4th root of 2 times 2. And I end up with the 8 times the 4th root of 4 in the numerator, all over 2. We can reduce that though. 8 divided by 2 is 4. I am allowed to divide those two, and I'm left with the 4th root of 4 after that. So 4 times the 4th root of 4. Lots of 4's. 15, I'm going to split it up. Cube root of 8 over cube root of 9. Cube root of 8 is 2. Cube root of 9, that's cube root of 3 times 3. So I need to multiply top and bottom by cube root of 3. And we end up with 2 cube root 3 over 3. $17, I'm going to break down 18 to see what's there. I got 3 times a 3 times a 2. It's a little more complicated here. I want to rationalize the denominator, so I need to get rid of that cube root. So I need to multiply that by the cube root of 1 more 3, so I can create 3 3's, and I need 2 more 2's, so I can create 3 2's. So that's the number we want to multiply top and bottom by. And we end up with 5 times the cube root of 3 times 2 times 2, so that's 12, over, well, I got 3 3's, so take the cube root of that and you get 3. 3 2's, take the cube root of that and you get 2, which is 6. So 5 cube root of 12 all over 6. Number 19, simplify each individually first. Okay, so the first one, 1 over cube root of 4, what's cube root of 2 times 2. I need to multiply top and bottom by cube root of 2. And I end up with the cube root of 2 over 2. Second one, 1 over cube root of 7. I need to multiply by the cube root of 7 times 7, which is cube root of 49 over 7. I'm okay if you leave it like this at this point. And those are the odd problems. That was the homework assignment that I had assigned to you. So hopefully you did well. Tonight's homework is to do all the evens.